Okay, so today I'll be going through the 2024 Nanyang Primary Term 2 WA for Primary 5. Okay, let's start. Okay, question 1 here. Find the area of the shaded triangle. This is the shaded triangle. So for this one, right, remember the area of triangle is half times base times height. Okay, so I need to find out where's my base and where's my height. So for my base, it's actually I will choose here. Okay, this is my base. And then my height, take note, my height might always be the perpendicular height, okay, which is right angle to my base. So this one will be my right angle here. Okay, so my height will be from here all the way here. It's actually just this length here. Okay, so for the base, we count. Each one is 1 cm. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6. So 6 cm for the base. The height is from here to here, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Also made out of 6 squares. So the height is also 6 cm. All right. So remember the formula for area of triangle is half times base, which is 6. The height is also 6. So half times 6 times 6. Okay, this one you can, for this question, you can use a calculator for this whole paper. Otherwise, you can calculate on your own also. So what I'll do, I'll simplify the fraction first. So 2 and 6 diagonal, right? Both I can divide by 2. This one, 2 divided by 2, I get 1. 6 divided by 2, I'll get 3. So this just becomes 1. So just 3 times 6 will give me 18. So my answer for question 1 will be 18 square centimeters. Okay? All right. So let's move on. Okay, question 2. In the figure below, ABCD is a rectangle. AGB, BEC, and DFC are straight lines. DF equals to FC and BE equals to EC. Find the total area of the shaded parts. Okay, so this whole thing is a rectangle. They tell us that DF equals to FC. So DF is over here, FC is over here. They're equal. So let me draw these two strokes here to represent they're equal. Next, they also tell us that BE is equals to EC. So these two are equal. I'll draw double stroke to represent they are equal. Okay. So for this one, they're asking us for the area of the shaded parts. So you look here, the shaded part, this is a triangle, but look at this. This is an odd shape that we cannot find the area straight away. So for this question, it will be easier if we actually find the total area minus these two triangles. Okay, because triangles is easier to find. So first thing means we have to find the area of triangle GDF first. Okay, so remember, formula for area of triangle is half times base times height. So the base is here, which is DF. So how to find DF? You look at DF and FC, they are equal. So to find DF, we just simply take 22 divided by 2. We will get 11 cm. Okay, so DF, which is the base, is 11 cm. Okay, so this is cm, okay? So next, to find the area, we just take half times base times height, right? So this is the base, then the height is 12. So to find area of triangle, okay, let me write out area of triangle GDF. Okay, wait, this one, GDF. Will be half times the base, which is 11, times the height, which is 12. Okay, same thing, you can use calculator or your own calculation. So I will simplify this fraction. This is 2 and this is 12. Both can be divided by 2. 2 divided by 2, I'll get 1. 12 divided by 2, I'll get 6. So this one just becomes 1. 11 times 6 will give us 66. Okay, so the area of this first triangle here is 66. Next, let's find the other triangle, which is over here. Okay, so FC, DF and FC, they're the same. So FC is also 11 cm. So to find EC, same thing, BE and EC, they are equal, right? So to find EC, you simply take the height here, which is 12, you divide by 2. We will get 6 for ease. Okay, that's 6 cm. So same thing now, I just find area of the second triangle. I'll label it area of triangle FCE. Will be half. The base is 11, the height is 6. So half times 11 times 6. Okay, same thing. I'll simplify this fraction, right? So I put the 1 below. This 2 and this 6 both can be divided by 2. 2 divided by 2, I will get 1. 6 divided by 2, I will get 3. So this just becomes 1. 11 times 3 will be 33. Okay, so this first triangle here is 66. This second triangle here is 33. So now we need to find the shaded, right? So you need to find the entire rectangle. Okay, so this one I'll put area of the rectangle is called ABCD. So let me write down ABCD. It will just be length times breadth. So it'll be 22 times the breadth is 12. So 22 times 12, we will get 264 square centimeters. Okay, so now that's our last step. We just take the total, we subtract the two triangles. One triangle is over here, one triangle is over here. So I will just write shaded part. Will be the total 264. I minus my 66 and my 33. This one you key in your calculator, you will get the answer 165. So for this one, your final answer, okay, will be 165 square centimeters. Okay? Okay, so let me clear my drawings, then we will go to the next question. Okay, question 3. The figure below shows a solid made up of 1 meter cubes. Okay, then this one is the figure here. Find the volume of the solid. Okay, so this one, right, actually we have to count how many cubes are there. But for this one is there are 1 meter cube. So to find volume, remember, volume is length times breadth times height will give you volume. So for this one, right, for cube, the length, breadth, and height is all the same. In this case, they're all 1. So for 1 cube, it will just be 1 times 1 times 1. It will still be 1. So for 1 cube is 1 cubic meters. Okay, so we count how many cubes are there, then it will just be how many cubic meters. So this one, right, I'll count layer by layer. Okay, so the first layer, it will be this one here. This layer here. Okay, the top layer here. Okay, so I count there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The first layer here on top has 8. Okay, then let's look at the second layer. The second layer is the one at the bottom. So the one at the bottom, definitely there's also 8. And then there's extra 2 more. So 8 plus another 2 more, it will give us 10. Okay, last but not least, it will be the last layer at the bottom, the third layer. Okay, the third layer, this layer here, okay, which also includes the 10 at the bottom. Okay, the 10 just now, the bottom also have another 10, plus another 10, then 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Meaning the last layer, the third layer has 15. Okay, so the first layer has 8, which is on top. The second layer has 10. The last layer at the bottom, the third layer has 15. So 8 plus 10 plus 15 will give us 33. So just now I already mentioned 1 cube be 1 cubic meters. So 33 of them will just be 33 cubic meters. Okay, that's the answer for question 3A. Next, we have to draw the front view and the side view of the solid. Okay, so this one they already draw for us the arrows of what's the front view. Front view meaning you look from this side. Okay, so we have to look at all the surfaces that is facing this front. So we start from here, this higher layer. This one here is facing the front. Okay, means if we look at from this direction, which surface are we facing? We are facing this one. This one here is facing the front also. This one is also facing the front. Okay, so we have 4 on the top highest one. And then the second layer, we have 5. Okay, the third layer, we have 5. So what are we going to draw is we're going to draw 4, then 5, then 5 like this. Okay, this one I don't have ruler. So this one, right, I'll draw the first layer first. First layer, this is 4, right? Okay, this between 1 point, 1 dot to 1 dot is 1 unit. So this one is 4, so it's 1. And this is the second one. And this is the third one, is the fourth one. So this I'm drawing the first layer. The second layer has 5, right? So it will be from here. One more box. Okay, like that. So this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the third layer also 5. So I'm just going to draw the same length. One more at the third row. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you see, this is the answer for the front view. Okay, for you guys who are doing, right, please use your ruler. Because this one now I cannot use ruler to draw. But for you guys, please use ruler to draw and connect the dots. Okay, so 4 boxes followed by 5 and 5. Okay, now let's look at the side view. Okay, let me clear this one first. From the side view, you're looking from this direction, right? So let's look at the surfaces that's facing this side. Okay, so this side from the top is this one, and this one is facing this side. Then the second layer is this one and this one. And then the third layer is this one, and this one are facing this direction. Okay, so what we know is the first layer on top is 2, the second layer has 2, and then the third layer has 3. So I'm going to draw like that. Okay, the first layer has 2, so I'll draw 2 boxes. The second layer also has 2, I'll draw 2 boxes. And then the third layer has 3, one more, so I'll draw 3 boxes like that. Okay, so this is how your answer is going to look like 2, 2, and 3 for the last row. Okay, so I'm going to go to the next question. Okay, question 4. Sam, Abu, and Ravi went jogging. They jogged 6,100 meters in total. Sam jogged 0.447 km more than Abu. Ravi jogged 0.8 km less than Sam. Okay, so part A, express the total distance they jogged in kilometers. So the question already tells us the total, but it's in meters, so we have to convert to km. Okay, kilometers. So for me, okay, from meters to kilometers, you need to know that 1 meter, sorry, not 1 meter, 1 kilometer. This one just for those who are not very sure. Okay, 1 kilometer gives us 1,000 meters. Okay, so from 1 to 1,000, we times 1,000. So if we are given in meters, we want to work backwards, we have to divide by 1,000. Okay, so how to convert 6,100 meters? We have to divide by 1,000. Okay, you key this in your calculator, or if you know, you will get the answer 6.1 kilometers. Okay, you just simply divide by 1,000. So the answer is 6.1 km. Okay. Yeah, this one is meters. This one I write it properly. Okay, next we are looking at part B. How far did Ravi jog? So we have to go back to the question. The question tells us the comparison of Sam is 0.447 more than Abu. So, and then Ravi is 0.8 km less than Sam. So this one, there's a more than, less than. We will have to draw a model to find out how far did Ravi jog. So you see there's 2 comparisons here. Both involve Sam. Okay, so for comparisons, right, if Sam is in both comparison, I'll usually draw the person who is in both in the middle. So I can draw the top, I'll draw Abu on top, okay, and then Ravi a bit at the bottom. So both I can draw with respect to Sam as comparison. So let's look at the first one. Sam jogged 0.447 km more than Abu, right? So Sam must be, I will draw longer for Sam. Okay, and shorter for Abu. Okay, so this one will be 0.447 0.47. Okay. And then next, the question also tells us Ravi jogged 0.8 km less than Sam. Okay, so Ravi is also lesser, but it's 0.8. So it must be even shorter than Abu. Okay. So our label here, the difference between Sam and Ravi will be 0.8. So it tells us remember the total is given to us. We found it in km. So this one and this one is both in km. Wait, let me write this clearer. So you can see this one is in km. So this one is 0.447. The total, please use the same units. These two are already in km, so I'll use the 6.1 instead. Okay, don't put the 6,100. Okay, so if this is 6.1 now, so they are all in km. So for this, right, model drawing, we always have to see whether how are we going to find equal units. Okay, so if we look at this, if we think that this 0.447 is an extra, let's say if I take away this 0.447, I will not get equal units because this one is smaller. Okay, this 0.8 is not even there, so it's not even extra. So for this question, there's no extra, meaning I have to add in order to get equal units. So if I actually add this I'm going to draw in dotted line. If I add another 0.447 to 6.1 and another 0.8, I'm going to get 3 equal units. Okay, I repeat. If in addition to 6.1, I add this one, this 0.447. So this part is 0.447 and another 0.8, I'm going to get 3 equal units. Each unit is from here to here. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I put 3 units is equals to my 6.1 plus my 0.447 and 0.8. Okay, you guys key this into your calculator, you will get 7.347. Okay, so this part here is 0.447. I'm just writing it to show that I've really add this part and this part in, but they're not actually there. So I always have to find 1 unit for model drawing. Okay, so 7.347, I divide by 3 to find 1 unit. I will get 2.449. Okay, once I get 1 unit, go back to the question. They're asking how far did Ravi jog. So like I said, 1 unit is until here. But Ravi actual that he jogged is this part only. So how do I find this one? I just take the 1 unit, I minus the 0.8, which is actually not what he ran. Okay, it's just this portion here. So I just take 2.449. I minus the 0.8. I will get the answer 1.649. So take note, all these are in km, okay? They're already in kilometers, so my answer will be, my answer for part B will just be 1.649 km, okay? Okay, so now let's move on to the next question. So a rectangular tank measuring 40 cm by 20 cm by 12 cm contained 2,400 ml of water. So we do part A first. What was the volume of the tank? The volume is just asking for the whole tank itself, not the water inside. So for volume, it's just length times breadth times height. So pretty straightforward. I just take 40 times my 20 times 12. Okay, you key this in your calculator, you will get the answer 9,600. Okay. So this one, I will put, sorry, let me just write this nicer. Okay, so take note of the units are 9,600 cubic centimeters. Okay, take note because it's volume. Okay, then this is for part A. Then for part B, right, it says that a cubical container was filled with water to the brim. So this is the cubical container. Some of the water from the cubical container was poured into the tank until the tank was 3/4 full. So there were 1032 ml of water left in the cubical container. So then the question asks, what was the capacity of the cubical container? Give your answer in liters. Okay, so this one is fully filled. Okay, this is your tank. Your tank originally has 2400 ml already. So this one is continued. So right here, this one has 2400 ml. Water was poured inside until it became 3/4 full. So what we should find out is we should find what is the volume when this tank is 3/4 full. We know when it's fully filled is 9600. So when it's 3/4 filled, we just state, okay, let me write here. 9600 times 3/4. Okay, so I repeat, any number, okay, if you want to find the fraction, you just take the number times the fraction. Okay, so 9600 times 3/4, you will get the answer 7200. Meaning at this point, after the water was being poured into this rectangular tank, the volume became 7200. So before it was being poured, it's 2400. After being poured, it was 7200. So now we can find how much water was being poured into the tank. We just take the after minus the before. So I will just write down volume of water poured from, okay, this one I just put container by, sorry, container. This cubical container, okay, water poured from this container by just container. Okay, we just take the after minus the before. So 7200, I subtract the before, 2400, I'll get 4800. So this amount of water, this amount, I would say it's this one, I pour inside one. Okay, so I know that this amount of water is being poured into this. Okay, so 4800 ml was poured into this. Then the question actually say there was 1032 ml of water left inside. So after you pour, right, this one I don't know how much. At first I don't know how much. But after you pour 4800, there is 1032 ml left. So to find the original capacity, which is the volume, you just take the leftover, you add the water that was being poured. Okay, so capacity of container. I repeat, you just take the whatever water that's left in the container, you add the one that you poured out. So 1032 I plus 4800. Okay. I will get 5832. But take note, this unit is in ml. Okay. Why I want you to take note is because this question wants you to give your answer in liters. So remember just now I already say, sorry, just now it's for km. So for this one, same thing, I just want to recap again. 1 liters is equals to 1000 ml. Okay, so from 1 to 1000, you times 1000. So if you want to go from ml to liters, you have to do the opposite, which is divide by 1000. Okay, so if here is from ml, you want to go to liters, right? 5832, you divide by 1000, you will get 5.832 liters. Okay, so take note, there's a decimal here. So that's your answer for question 5B, 5.832 liters. Okay, with that, let me go to the next question. Okay, which is also the last question for this WA. Question 6. So Nancy, okay, sorry, the table below shows the charges for sending parcels. So you see here, up to 3 kg is $10, up to 5 is 18, up to 10 kg, 35, more than 10 kg, and up to 30 kg is as per here. Okay, so part A, Nancy sent 2 parcels with a mass of 4.6 kg and 12.5 kg. How much did she pay altogether? So we do parcel by parcel, okay? So for the charge for 4.6 kg, we see it cannot be in this because 4.6 is already more than 3. So we look at the next category, up to 5, yes, okay? So 4.6 is within this 5 kg, then yes, we will choose this category. It will be, I don't want to put the dollar sign. Okay, I'll just put the value here. Only the final answer, I'll put the dollar sign. Okay, so charge for 4.6 kg is $18. Okay, let me just write this neater. Charge for 4.6 kg. Next one is charge for the 12.5 kg. Okay, for this second parcel, right, you see this is not in the third category because more than 10 already. We have to look at the last category, which is more than 10 and up to 30. So first thing, we know that there's this 10 kg that we have to consider, which is $35 already. So if we take away 10 kg, it leaves us with 2.5 kg. Take a look here. It says every additional kg or less. So this 2.5 kg, right? Yes, there's 2 kg. But then this 0.5, right? We also have to count it as another kg because it says or less. So technically, this 2.5 kg, we are paying the price for 3 kg. So per kg is 450. So for 3 kg, it will just be 3 times 450. Okay, even if it's 0.1, 0.2, any zero, as long as it exceeds, you have to pay the 1 more kg price. So 35 plus this, you key this in your calculator, you will get $48.50. So you add these two together, total will be 18 plus $48.50. Your answer will be $66.50. Okay, let me write down here. Okay, let's go to part B now. Mrs. Siva wants to send 35 kg of rice to her shop. As she cannot send any parcel with mass above 30 kg, she decides to pack them into 2 smaller parcels. What is the least possible amount of money she must pay to send her rice? Right? So for this scenario, total she wants to send is 35 kg. Okay. She cannot send any parcel above 30. So she wants to pack into 2 parcels. So the question is asking you least possible amount. When they phrase it this way, it means there are many, many ways of sending these 2 small parcels, but we have to find the cheapest option for her. Okay, so to find out all the different options first, we have to look at all the categories. So let's take a look at this first category. If I want the first parcel to be 3 kg, meaning my other parcel, you take 35 minus 3, the other parcel must be 32 kg. But remember, I can only send up to 30. So this option not possible. Okay, so let me just erase this one. Okay, then let's look at the second category, which is this 5 kg. Okay, meaning my second parcel will be 35 minus 5 is 30. Okay, so this one feasible, I will start calculating for option 1. Okay, option 1, my parcel 1, right? My parcel 1 is 5 kg. It's based on the table, it's $18. My parcel 2 is 30 kg. The charges will be first, definitely the 10 kg, first 10 kg is 35, that's for sure. And then my remaining, right, will be remaining of, you minus away 10, remaining is 20 kg. So it'll be 20 times 450 because each kg is 450. Okay, wait, let me just write this properly. Okay, you key this in your calculator, you will get $125. So total for option 1 will be 18 plus 125. Will be $143. Okay. Okay, let's look at the next option. Let me look at the next category. If I choose my first parcel to be 10 kg, okay, my second parcel is 35 minus 10, that will be 25 kg. Okay, so this is also a feasible option. So let's calculate the price. If I split them into 10 kg and 25. Okay, parcel 1 equals to, sorry, parcel 1 is my 10 kg. It's $35. My parcel 2, it's 25 kg. It falls in this fourth category. Okay, so definitely for the first 10 kg is $35 as well. Remaining, you take 25 minus 10 is 15. Okay, so it'll be 15 times $4.50. Okay, you key this out into your calculator, you will get $102.50. Okay, so total for option 2, you just take 35 plus your $102.50. This is 35. So this one, here again, 35 plus $102.50. We will get $137.50. Okay, so we're option 1, option 2. Then we look at the next one. There's no more category, right? Then you can ask, okay, let me see. This 35, there's also other options. For example, I can also do, for example, like 15 kg and 20 kg. Okay, then both will fall into this fourth category. Okay, so why these options and any other options of mixing up to form 35 is won't give you the least possible is because if I look at all these charges, okay, if I find the per kg price, to find this per kg price is 10 divided by 3. This one is about $3.33. Okay, because this one has never ending decimal. To find this price for per kg, you take 18 divided by 5, you will get $3.60. This one, to find 1 kg, take 35 divided by 10, you will get $3.50. Okay, so as long as you are in these 3 categories, these are the respective prices for per kg. Per kg means per 1 kg. Okay, but once you reach this fourth category, other than the first 10 kg, anything above 10 kg, you are paying $4.50 for per kg. This is much more expensive than this 3 here. So if you use 15 and 20 as your 2 parcels, you're going to fall into this category, which you have to pay, whatever above 10, you have to pay $4.50 per kg, which is totally way more expensive than the above. Okay, so I'm not going to even try out these options. Okay, so just comparing option 1 and 2, okay, the cheaper one is this option 2, which is, so your final answer, what is the least possible amount of money? It will be $137.50. Okay, sorry, let me write properly again. Okay, so that's the end of this paper. Thank you.